He's going to be one of the highest paid ever. Whenever that comes across ESPN or Sports Center and all those good things, but it will be. He's an elite quarterback. He's one of the top guys in the league. He's able to do things that very few on earth can.
Top Billin of Town Murph.
Top Billin.
Yo, before I wax poetic about my man, the Samoan Sniper, Tua Tagovailoa, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you're liking the content. And most importantly, make sure that you're sharing the content, all right? It's been a minute, but I'd be remiss if I didn't remark about your man, the Samoan Sniper's transformation. It's hard to really even see Tua Tagovailoa in the new picture. And I know facial hair and hair, period, I can make or break a person's appearance, but damn, this is crazy. Is that actually Tua? I'm actually starting to think it's some CGI stuff like they did for Will Smith and Gemini Man. Come on, man. Tua definitely has hit the fountain of youth, which makes it crazy to me that people are still doubting this cat. He's going to have a big year. There's no doubt about that. I soured on the Tua Tagovailoa content because I believed I had proved myself. Tua leading the league in passing and all that, and people were still talking. It reminds me of the Lamar Jackson content. I did all that Lamar Jackson content over the couple of years or whatever like that. And I felt like I did my thing. He wins the MVP. I would not be surprised if Tua Tagovailoa follows him. First and foremost, Tua is the ultimate point guard for the Miami Dolphins offense, which to me is tops in the league. No doubt about that there. His accuracy. I mean, you heard what Teron Armstead said at the beginning of this, John, right? He said that there's not too many people on the planet who can do what Tua Tagovailoa does. Now, a lot of people will have to take notice that if you're talking about West Coast offense and yards after the catch, like I said, when they got Mike McDaniel, that is the perfect person to do that. You're going to live and die within that quick to mid-range games and then take your shots deep. So if 90-something% of your playbook is quick and mid-range, wouldn't you want to have the guy who is the most accurate QB in the league in that department? They set themselves up with a handful of the most explosive players in the NFL, and all of those dudes get busy after the catch. Marry that with his piston quick delivery and ability to quickly get through his progressions, and you get a guy who led all quarterbacks in getting rid of the ball, and that was under 2.5 seconds. Come on, man. And that helps. Why? Because the Dolphins always struggle to fill an offensive line that you would expect from a team with that type of offensive prowess. It's time to pay the man. Listen, I know a lot of this stems from a comparison to Josh Allen because everyone's compared to Josh Allen. The dude is definitely a talented individual, one that I think can be a bit overhyped at times, though. Think about this right here. We'll see. I compared their stats here from 2022, or pretty much the last couple of seasons, because that's when my man Tua got Mike McDaniel. So it became an even playing field for him. So Tua never had those type of weapons before. Josh Allen's always had good weapons, right? One of the best receivers in the NFL he had. Then they came upon Gabe Davis. His offensive line has actually been way better to me than the Miami Dolphins. And they've had some really good scheming going on in Buffalo. So in these last couple of years here, and remember, it's a team sport, right? So people going to look at QB record. I don't give a damn about nothing like that, right? Because QBs play against defenses, right? So they don't play other QBs, nor does a QB throw the ball to himself. And he doesn't defend, you know what I'm saying? So QB record is dumb. But check this out right here. Completion percentage. Tua Tagovailoa 67.4. Josh Allen 64.9. Now, he played in 3 more games. Tua keep in mind, missed 3 full games. And you have 8,172 yards for Tua, 85-89. If I can read that right, it's kind of far back for me right here, from your man Josh Allen, right? Passing yards per attempt, though, 8.5. Or people are like, oh, Tua, he has a small trapezius muscle. He can barely throw the ball because he has a shrimp noodle arm. It doesn't matter. Results are the results. Your average pass per attempt, right? 8.5. 272 on passing yards per game, 260 for Josh Allen here. Now he's got more touchdowns of 64. It's 3 full games, though. So 22 interceptions, 32, right? 3 full games, though. So he had 3 more games to throw more interceptions. I'll give him that right there. But the rating itself, 102.9 to 94.4. Yeah. Think about that right there. So, and the rest of that shit with the rushing and all that, you have to give Josh Allen credit for that because obviously the guy's a great athlete. He's not a good athlete. He's a great athlete, and they've each made 1 Pro Bowl there. So if you think Josh Allen is the best, you got to give it up to your man Tua Tagovailoa, right? In that time period right there, he's been every bit as good as Josh Allen. And, of course, he's been better than him in certain categories that most people wouldn't even think about, right? So Josh Allen is the barometer, right? He's the measuring stick. Your man Tua Tagovailoa needs to get paid. I'm not dumb, though. I know that Tua will be judged by what he does in the postseason. Before, it was like, oh, he can't do anything. So now that he's been very good in the regular seasons, people have to point to the postseason, right? So there's incremental steps that one must take, right? We've seen the same deal with Peyton Manning and your man Tua Tagovailoa. Not to say that he's Peyton Manning, but allow him room for growth. And, once they advance in the playoffs, then what? Remember when Mo said that when Tyreek Hill left Patrick Mahomes, his career would go down the tubes? Well, all he's done is produce at an even higher clip with Tua Tagovailoa, and it's not about necessarily going vert down the field. It's about higher percentage throws and creating yards after the catch. I shudder to think what Coach McDaniel will come up with this year to maximize the potential of both his receiving targets and the guys out of the backfield. And you know he's former leg when that back foot hits Yaka. He is always on time, and he's shown the ability and a penchant for being able to evacuate or detach and find an open receiver. That right here, quickly going through his progressions, showing a little bit of mobility, which we know would probably be even better now. Then he hits the Houston Comet, Jalen Waddle, and then, man, right, if you want to play zone, he's going to absolutely destroy your zone, much to the chagrin of me as a Jets fan. But the hater always have to point out if they believe a ball is underthrown. But when they see him hitch here and from way downtown, bang, hitting Jalen Waddle in stride, they are nowhere to be found. They are like straight up. So what are we doing here? Tua Tagovailoa looking off the safety, hitting my man in stride, making my Jets look bad. Maybe the Dolphins should have tied this man up before some of those contracts came out. And they would have got a better deal because they're waiting around now. They better hope they don't go into the season and try to be cute as that man explodes on the NFL, right? No Diddy, and does the damn thing like I know he will do this season. Just watch. You're going to have people on mute again, and then the Dolphins going to have to give up a whole lot of bread for no reason, right? You're going to have to give the man a lot of bread anyway, so may have saved yourself some dollars. You better go ahead and pay that man right now. I'm telling you this now, all right? But it's your man, Jersey Murph, as always. Much love to everybody out there. Thanks you to all the supporters. Much love to all my top Billin villains. Make sure you hit that thanks button and make sure you tip your waiter because you know I be serving that hibachi, all right? Salute.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
What more can I say? Top Billin.